Hello everybody. Thanks for stopping by my shop for another Screwy Tuesday. Appreciate your time as always. Today's video is going to be about the Monarch again. As you can see, it's in its location in my machine room. And this video is about moving the lathe. And I thought it would be helpful to guys that have never moved a piece of equipment, especially something as heavy and as a little different shape as this machine is. I ended up doing it by myself. I had my buddies all lined up for Sunday to come over and help me, and Saturday morning I guess I was full of piss and vinegar, and I said I can do this, and kind of a self-challenge. So the video, I'm going to do most of it in either 4 or 8 times speed, some of it 16 times speed, to get you through it. It basically took me the better part of a day with interruptions and things, but I enjoyed it, and it was quite fun. With this, you know, safety, you're doing something by yourself like this. I took my time, wasn't pushing, wasn't a rush, and really about safety. I didn't really show using a bar that much, or how to use a bar, or the fact that it's really nice to have a box full of different sized blocks. Of course, if you had somebody helping you, as you'll see in the video, to locate a pipe or to lift one side, much simpler to have someone there to help you. But I got it done. Well, I guess I got it all done by myself. Of course, Mr. Bozo had to show up, and you get to see what he handed me. But I kicked him right in the ass and got him back out. I managed. So I hope you enjoy the move. I also added music in this since it's fast speed. I know some people don't like music, some like it. Hey, you get the music or hit the mute button. A lot of people don't like me talking. Hit the mute button, hit the fast forward if it's not going fast enough, or hit the stop button if you want to look at something. Other than that, I hope you enjoy it. And I also fed the monster, and so there's a little short clip on more tool buys. So hope you enjoy that also. Altogether, thanks again for stopping by, and hope you enjoy the video. Well, I thought I'd share a little more feeding the monster here in my shop. You can see I got a couple of Eagle oil cans. Been looking for those for some time. Got a pair of matched angle plates, 4 inches. Picked up these little blocks. They're 2 by 1.25 inches, if I remember right, 5/8. Set of pin vices, a nice little Starrett 6-inch square, center finder, and a Starrett 567 block, and a nice little hammer. Little 2-inch head on it, about a 1/2 inch face. So a little bit more for the monster collection here. Just can't quit feeding it. But I like it. The Monarch's repaired. It's ready to go to its final spot in my shop for the time being, at least. And before I move it, I thought I would discuss the pipes and sled that's underneath it. Kind of showed it in the very first one, but for guys that have never moved something like this, just kind of more of a discussion about it. The pipes are basically 2-inch diameter. You can use smaller pipes. The merit of the larger diameter pipes, as you can see, there's an expansion joint in the concrete there, and it'll go over items like that much easier than using a small pipe. The sled is not necessary in a lot of machine moves. The reason it really works good in this case is 2 things. The bottom of the Monarch isn't flat. There's some offsets up and down in it, so the pipes would be having a hard time rolling on the bottom of the Monarch. And then secondly, as you can see, the tailstock side is narrower. Now that's okay because the pipes go all the way across, but having the sled and having it supported that way is much safer and simpler. Now, as you can see, it's not by my car rack right now. And the other night, I actually took it off the sled and had it on my pallet jack, and I had my pallet jack coming in from the head. And I really felt that I could lift it and move it in that method. I had already had the pallet jack perpendicular to the machine, and it lifted it fine. It's a lot, 3,500 pounds, but I could motor it around in here. Well, when I put it in from the head side, it's just the far end of the pallet jack was lifting, but it was just getting way out of kilter. So I had to put it all back on the sled and then turn around and lower it back on the pipes. So a little work, but I guess it was worth the chance to see if it would work. So with that said, I just wanted to add one other thing. My buddy Tom Lipton had offered the use of his lathe moving apparatus, and I'll give a card there for a link to it. It's really an ingenious build, and I thought about going to get it, which would be a 2-hour round trip plus any time I spent with Tom. And I thought, well, that couple hours plus, I can go ahead and get the lathe moved in place, and this will actually be a safer application, and I'll show you my issues with it. The one thing about Tom's, it's like a tricycle, in the front skate, the bearings would have a problem going across the door thresholds, where I'd have to lift it and move it, where the pipes I can just slide it across. So I think this is a better setup. But let me do a little handheld here, walk around, and then we'll see something in progress here. And old Howard's trying to get by me in the camera right now. What are you, the director? Get out of there. Okay. So just to show you how easy it'll move right on the pipes right now. Matter of fact, last night it rolled off on its own and had to lift it back up. So let me take you handheld here. So it's all cleaned up and ready to move to the back. And I've decided at this point in time I'm not going to run coolant. I thank everybody for their feedback last week. But right now the coolant pump works, but I'm not going to run coolant at this time. And what else can I tell you real quick? Well, let's take a walk out here. So I've already moved the one table. It's on wheels. That's real simple. I have to move my table saw, and the direction of travel will be past here. And when it gets out here, we're gonna turn, make a right turn and head towards the fence there. And there's a swale right where this piece of tape is on the ground. So I have to traverse that swale, and then I'm actually going to go up a small grade. Probably going to have to put a come-along on my truck and pull it up the grade. I don't know that I can push it up the grade. And then once we get up here, we'll make another 90-degree turn on the pipes, and then we'll go down into the shop, and we'll have to go down a grade here, and that one I've got to figure out how I'm going to control that. Not being able to hook up to my truck, and then into the back of the shop here. So if you've watched my previous videos in the past, my glass bead machine was always right here in the doorway. I'm trying to fit everything in here, so my idea is to put the glass beater over here. Let's see if the lights will come on. I don't think they'll come on. Oh, they did. The glass beater will be right there. I got to move things down just a little bit for the saws to work, and I have quite a bit of space in here. The tightness will be basically this line right here in front of me right there is basically the edge of machine. So I'm going to have about 2 feet. And my goal, I think, in the future will be is to get these two out of here and actually put a 2-foot bench there. So I'd have a bench behind the lathe to work from. But a little bit more cleaning. I got everything cleaned out of here. And we'll start pushing, see what we get. Okay, old China. Got it up on one side, Mr. Lipton. It's actually called the Mitchell because it's super strong after my buddy Steve Mitchell, my hero. Oh, you bitch! Don't you roll back on me more. Hey now. Guess I should have blocked the back. Do it again. Okay, up on the front skid. Now I got to get it up that grade without it going back down the hill. Well, here's the setup to pull it up the hill. We'll see how that goes. Let me turn it around. Okay, going to continue turning it to get it parallel with the fence line, but you can see I added another hand winch. That's to prevent it from rolling back towards the shop once it gets parallel. So we'll keep sliding it, and let me go handheld for a second. You can see we're on the pipe here at the very back, and then we come over here, and maybe we'll film from over here. We'll continue to slide, and then I've got the other pipe skewed to pick up the lathe. Okay, well, Mr. Bozo finally made his appearance. So let's see, how long have I been building homes and office buildings and hang doors and I don't know, since 1977. Stupid me, it don't fit. I measured the door, but I didn't measure the stops. I know better. Built little condos where we were down to inches designing them. So I have to pull it back out, and if you can see on the right side over here, see a little black knob, that's what's in the way of making it through. And so I have to get it out far enough, and then if that door will open up 180 degrees, then I can get it through, and I've got maybe 3/16 of an inch to get everything through there. Or it's Sawzall time on some metal jams. It's going to get in here somehow. So anyway, I'm going to jockey it around and be back. Mr. Bozo got me. Got myself. Okay, I just broke out the KY jelly. See if we can get this baby in here. Slide it sideways so I can get the electrical door closed again, and then put the back cover on, wire it, and then slide it back. Bring you back in a little bit. Okay, powered up, ready to park it in place. Well, she's got all her clothes on. Pick you up here and hand walk you. I haven't put the tailstock on it yet. But she's all dressed up. And I'll show you one pass. Get you situated here. So see if I can use it. It's interesting, my closet has a CXA and this is an AXA, and it's certainly is different going between the two in size. But let's have some fun here real quick, make a little pass. Making chips. I like it. Howie, go, 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 Howie, go, 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 Howie, go, 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 go.